How will Santee Cooper fish for the league on stage 1 in 2025? That's what we're going to talk about right now. If you're new to the channel, my name's Steve Chapman. I've done a radio show, now I do the YouTube channel, and I try to produce content 5 times a week. So if you like the content, do me a favor, click that like and subscribe button, and welcome to the team. Today we're going to talk about the first stage of the NPFL for 2025. If you remember, they are prohibiting forward-facing sonar. They are the only ones in the game that are putting their feet down, drawing a line in the sand and saying, we're not allowing it. We want to see how anglers do without the technology. And it was, without question, probably the biggest news of 2024 in the off season. And the NPFL has seen an increase of fans' awareness of their tournaments. People want to watch anglers not using the technology. They want to see traditional fishing. And the league is going to give those fans what they want. Their first stage is on Santee Cooper, a good place to fish without forward-facing sonar. Before we get into the preview show, there's a few things that we need to go over. They are going to stream their tournament on YouTube and off their website when March 6th through 8th comes around. If you want to watch their tournament series, they're going to have a new platform that you can find off their website. It is tnpfl.com. I'll put a link in the description. They are working and spending lots of money to make a platform that works for them. But remember, they're going to probably have some glitches. I hope not, but let's just keep it real. There's always something that happens when you're trying something for the first time. It doesn't come out perfect. So it will be a work in progress. So remember that. But they will have a new platform like no other that they've ever had. No more fixed TV. They have their own platform, streaming platform, and I think on YouTube. Now, a few things. They've been there a couple years ago, and Patrick Walters won. But that was when they were allowed to use forward-facing sonar. In March, there's going to be some baits that a majority of the anglers throw. A lipless crankbait, spinner baits, bladed jigs. They're going to throw Senkos, Nico rigged, Texas rigged, Carolina rigged. Those are going to be the most used baits probably. And in March, the beginning of March, is really when Santee Cooper really gets hot. The water temperature should be in that 50 to 60 degree range. The weather temperature should be getting nice. We should be seeing fish move forward. And in the pre-spawn phase, there should be a lot of big fish caught. And in big fish, I mean 6 to 8 pounds. A majority of those fish are going to move shallow. They're going to be around stumps and trees and all the things that are on Santee Cooper, including docks. And we're going to see a lot of schooling bass in those backwater areas, in coves and in creeks. But as I look through my notes, 2024, the Bass Pro Open was there. We had some big weights. It took 83.7 to win. Again, they were using forward-facing sonar. I don't think it's going to take that much to win at Santee Cooper, March 6th through 8th. And during those Opens, there were a couple pros that are now in NPFL that fished the Opens, like Andrew Upshaw and Tim Frederick. They came in 151st place for Upshaw and 161st place for Tim Frederick. Now, the Bassmaster Elites went to Santee Cooper back in April of 2023, in April 27th through 30th. And there's lots of anglers that have joined the NPFL from the Elites. Anglers like Scott Canterbury, Bill Lowen, John Cox, Jason Christie, Kyle Welcher, Greg Hackney, Patrick Walters, Gerald Swindle, and Buddy Gross. Of those anglers, Scott Canterbury came in 18th place. Bill Lowen came in 26th. John Cox came in 28th. Jason Christie in 29th, Kyle Welcher in 41st, Greg Hackney in 74th, Patrick Walters in 75th, Gerald Swindle in 81st, and Buddy Gross in 91st. The Bass Pro Tour also went to Santee Cooper, and that's where you see Zach Burge came in 17th, and James Watson came in 9th. And while I think there's some NPFL loyalists that will do well, like Todd Goad and Will Harkins and Tim Reens and Kevin Martin and John Cox, I think that we'll see a few big names in the mix of that. And when I start looking at how people have done in the past to where they are now, remember, the Open was at the exact same time. Whereas the last time they were at the NPFL, the league was there, it was in May, at the end of May. And then the elites went in the end of April. And if I had to pick some anglers that I think are going to do well, I think Kent Cherry's going to do well. He finished 16th in an event there. Zach Burge isn't a bad pick either. James Watson finished 9th. Luis Fernandez should do real well too. And I think John Cox and Bill Lowen will also be up there. Now we're going to see some dirty water, but then there might be spots where it's a little bit cleaner, depending on what the pull is. And if the anglers want to make a check, I think realistically, I think the average weight's probably going to be in that 15 to 18 pound bag every day. We're going to see some 20, 22 pound bags, but I don't expect to see anything over 25. We might see one person get over 25, which would be fantastic, but you're going to see a lot of cookie cutter fish caught. That 3 to 4 pound range should get anglers a check, which is really important. Getting points early helps you succeed later on down the line for that Angler of the Year points. But expect that 15 to 18 to be the realistic weight per day. And anything over 20 is really fantastic. It's really important that they start out strong and we see lots of catches. And hopefully their platform fits what we want. They have the right crew behind them. I think that they're probably doing the best work that they can, and I wish them all the success. And I know a lot of you do too. But comment below and tell me what you think. Should I do one of these every time we have a tournament? I need to know that. So comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Thank you to all the new members, all the new subscribers, all the people who are interactive on the channel. Y'all are awesome. Seriously, it's awesome. I thoroughly enjoy hearing your comments, reading your comments, and hearing your opinion, because it does sway my opinion a little bit too. And I really appreciate the comments. That's why I try to reply to all of them. So comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks again for hitting that like and subscribe button. Make sure you take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.